Hey, it's Kary Oberbrunner. Hope you guys are doing fantastic today. I am thrilled to be here with you today. I am doing a day 2 of the 6-figure author 5-day challenge. This, my friends, is an episode where I am going to basically do some Q&A. So go ahead and type where you are from in the notes below. Go ahead and type where you're from. We have Daphne, we have Michelle, we have Donna, we have others. I'm going to go and share this to my timeline. I encourage you guys to share it as well. That would be fantastic. Why? Because we're going to have a big old party. We did this yesterday morning, and we had, we had over 2,000 people that were able to see. And I'm just going to answer tons of questions for you guys. I have some right now that are previously written in that I'll answer. But I also want to reward the people who show up live. Michelle says she can't hear me. If you guys can hear me, I think a lot of you can hear me. So if you can hear me, just type, I can hear you, okay? That would be fantastic. Can anybody hear me? Go ahead and type if you guys can hear me. That would be awesome. Okay, Michelle can hear me. Fantastic. So good. I love it. All right. So I'm going to go share this as well over by my wall. Go ahead and type out the questions that you want me to answer. I'm going to go till noon. So I'm going to go 28 minutes strong. And whoever puts in the questions, I will try to answer them clear, concise, and direct. We call that CCD, clear, concise, and direct. My friend Chet says that. And then this is all about writing, publishing, and marketing and how to become a 6-figure author. So go ahead. I'm sharing it right now myself over on my timeline. And somebody already asked a question. I will get to that. That they asked a great question. So I'm going to answer that one. But go ahead and type yours in and we will answer those. Fantastic. So this is day 2 of 5. How many of you are in the 6-figure author 5-day challenge? It's absolutely free. We almost have 2,000. We're going to reach 2,000 today. It's crazy. So if you are part of the 6-figure 5-day challenge, go ahead and type that in the notes below. Awesome. So how to become a 6-figure author. And I'm sharing that to my timeline right now. And let's go right with your questions. Awesome. Good stuff. Okay, somebody said, what if you have published your books in CreateSpace? Georgette, great question. I love CreateSpace, but they lack severely in several areas. Let me explain, okay? Number 1, you cannot do pre-sales. This is really important, folks. You might want to pay attention to this. You cannot do pre-sales on CreateSpace as of now with your physical book. Now, you might say, why is that important? Imagine what movies would do if they tried to launch without any pre-sales. I mean, think about that. Everyone knows that movies make it or break it in their first weekend. And yet CreateSpace says, you know what? We're not going to allow your book to be shown anywhere until you actually hit publish. So in other words, you have zero ability to ramp up with launch teams and launch parties and pre-sales. And you might say, Kary, why are pre-sales so important? If you want to hit a bestseller list, any other bestseller list than Amazon, in other words, Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, right? All these important bestseller lists. If you want to hit those bestseller lists, guess what? All your pre-sales count for your first week of sales. So let me give you an example. If you're with CreateSpace, you have literally 7 days to make it or break it if you want to be a bestseller anywhere other than Amazon. Of course, Amazon ranks their books every hour. That's kind of different. Amazon bestseller list is kind of here. All the other ones are up here in terms of notoriety. But think about that. You are saying if you go with CreateSpace that you only get a 7-day window, whereas most people who publish with traditional publishing, they get 6 months worth of sales in pre-sales that they can front load and hit with week 1, and those count for sales for the bestseller list. Isn't that crazy? So that's why when I teach my students how to do a book, we don't use CreateSpace as a predominant method at all. Here's another reason why I don't like CreateSpace. They don't allow hardcovers. Okay, so you cannot get hardcovers with your book if you go with CreateSpace. Why is that important? I'll tell you why it's important. Hardcovers look amazing, okay? Here's one of my books in softcover. Nothing wrong with it, Elixir Project, right? It's a paperback, but this is not going to impress people the same way that my hardcover is. Hardcover, what it has is it has a dust jacket where people can meet me. It's got a fantastic, also inside flap. It just looks and feels amazing. And when you're trying to build a six-figure business around your book, especially with nonfiction or fiction, you need the wow factor. You need to impress the people that are going to hire you for coaching, for speaking, for consulting, for all these different things. You need their ability to be impressed. Let me tell you the last thing about CreateSpace. Before I do, though, I want to encourage you to share this. We got a great crowd right now. We have about 28 people, which is awesome. I want to ask you to share it. And Erica, why don't we reward everybody who shares it, okay? So Erica has a gift for you at the very end. We're going to give it to you in 23 minutes. And it is basically a gift that's going to help you push forward in your six-figure author journey. So if you do share it, just type in the word shared, and Erica will come back afterwards and she will share that link for that special gift with people who share it. Awesome. My goal is to ignite 1 million souls by 2020. And that's why I love to get this message out, because I know that you have a message in your heart. God's given you a story, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. And what I want for you is I want for you to be able to reach a ton of people. You're going to do the work anyways. Why not reach the maximum amount? So guys, thanks in advance for sharing. The other problem with CreateSpace is that you will never, ever get into brick and mortar bookstores, okay? Why? Because CreateSpace does not allow returns. CreateSpace simply says that you can buy the book through us, i.e. Amazon. Jeff Bezos is a smart guy. He wants to basically dominate the market, and there's nothing wrong with him. However, the problem is that if you want to get into brick and mortar bookstores, it has everything to do with the barcode, and they're going to scan that barcode. And if it shows up as CreateSpace, they're going to hand it back to you and say, you know what, we can't shelve this. We can't order this unless you prepay, because guess what? Brick and mortar bookstores, they have to have the ability to be able to return their books, okay? So that's some bummer things that if you go with CreateSpace. Now, Georgette, if you say, bummer, now I know all this stuff, don't worry, don't beat yourself up. Why? Because hang with me on Wednesday. Wednesday of this next week, August 23rd, Eric, I'm going to ask you to post the link in there. On August 23rd, I am going to basically give you guys, if you think this is good or you learned anything so far, this is like the smallest amount of what I'm going to share on Wednesday. I am going to blow your mind. You will know more than 95% of publishing industry experts after you watch this webinar on Wednesday. So Georgette, it is not the end of the road for you. There's things that we can do to actually get back your book and do it the right way. And I'll share all of that on Wednesday, okay? Donna says, what do you think about using a signature line on your correspondence? Donna, I'm going to ask, what do you mean? In other words, at the bottom of your emails, do I think that it's smart to put something about your book? Absolutely, okay? Why? Because you send out hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of emails. And if you have something as a signature that has coming soon and your book, or even better, Donna, here's a really good trick, especially with Gmail. Whenever you send a YouTube link that is hyperlinked inside of an email, in Gmail, what it shows is not only the link, it actually shows the YouTube video. So Donna, what you want to do is you want to do a book trailer. And again, I teach all of my students how you can do a book trailer all the way as low as $50 or $100. Why would you want to do a book trailer? There's a couple reasons why. Number one, what's going to be super cool about that is if you are a speaker, your book trailer can announce you. Okay, so I do this all the time when I speak. Rather than some person read a long list of things, they basically just say, "Next up, we have a speaker. His name's Kary Oberbrunner. Let's watch." And then the lights go dim, your book trailer rolls, and then when it ends, you're on stage, and it's pretty powerful. And that's why I encourage people when they do book trailers to do 3 versions. Okay. Number one, do a version that doesn't have any call to action. Why? Because it would look super cheesy if you're speaking to a crowd, fiction or nonfiction, and at the end of your, I'm going to put that back up, and at the end of your book trailer, it says, "Buy my book." I mean, that would just feel really cheesy as a speaker. So you want one version that has no call to action. You want another version that leads people to your website, okay? Why? Because that's a book trailer that you can use a ton of places. You can embed it on Facebook, these types of things. But the other version that you want is it to end where it says, "Available wherever books are sold." Why? Because there's certain platforms like Barnes & Noble and Amazon that if you put your link, they just won't even allow the video to be played. Why? Because it's stealing sales from them. So again, this is the type of stuff that I teach my students in a systematic process. It's called Author Academy Elite. And a lot of you, if you are part of Author Academy Elite, go type in AAE at the bottom, because a lot of you know this. I care about you guys a ton, and I'm actually helping you write, publish, and market your book the right way. So yes, Donna, use a signature line. Let's go to some other questions here. We have Laura. Laura says, "How do you get clear on your brand?" Great question. Laura, first of all, clarity attracts and confusion repels. I have a process that I teach that it's in the deeper path. And you know what I'm going to do? Erica, can you please type this out? I want to give Laura a free book as well as other people who need this process. Okay, we just ask that you cover for shipping and handling, but Laura, I teach you this method in this book. So Erica, please type this out. I believe it's deeperpath.karyoberbrunner.com. deeperpath.karyoberbrunner.com. I don't know, I'm guessing. I think that's it. But that will give you a free book. And it would also give you some cool tools with it. And again, it's free. We just ask that you cover for shipping and handling. But Laura, what the process is it basically is all about what's called authoring your opus, okay? And opus is a term that my friend came up with, Chet Scott of Built to Lead. But opus stands for the word masterpiece in Latin. There are 2 words for work in Latin. One is labor, which is labor. It means toil. And the other one is opus, which means masterpiece. And Laura, my clients who are killing it are people who have authored their opus. In other words, let me break down what opus means. Opus stands for O, overarching vision, P, purpose, U, unifying strategies, and S, scorecard for significance. Big shout out to my buddy Chet Scott of Built to Lead, right? So here's the point. Let me do a quote for you, Laura, that I absolutely love. I will try to recall it from memory, but it says this: "A master in the art of living draws no sharp distinction between work and play, labor and leisure, mind and body, education and recreation. He simply pursues his vision of excellence and leaves others to determine whether he's working or playing. To himself, he appears to be doing both." That's a quote by L.P. Jacks. I love it. It's one of my favorite quotes. Here's the point, Laura. That process helps you get absolutely clear on your brand. Why is it important that you guys get clear on your brand? Look, you can Google me all over the place. Whether I'm on Instagram, whether I'm preaching a sermon, whether I'm writing a book, whether I'm on an online webinar, you will hear one consistent theme. And what that is it's igniting souls. That is my brand. Laura, my purpose is connecting people to a process that ignites their souls on fire. Laura, I don't have time to get into it today. Join me on the webinar on Wednesday, but I will break it down not only to get clear on your brand, but to create what's called a buyer's journey, which is products and services tied to your brand. This is why Apple is killing it, because they have a clear brand, but then they have a buyer's journey. In other words, what Apple does is they say, hey, you can get iTunes free, but then you can get an iPhone, and then you can get an iPod, and then you can get an iPad, and then you can get an iBook, or you read your books on iBooks or iMac. In other words, what Apple's done is they've gotten super clear on their brand, and then they have what's called a buyer's journey, which is all about an integrated product suite. All it means is that the products and services tie together. Laura, that is the system that I teach. I teach people how to take one book and turn it into 18 streams of income. So literally that it's an integrated product suite. So for example, if you see Day Job to Dream Job, wherever it is, Day Job to Dream Job is a book. Day Job to Dream Job is a mastermind. Day Job to Dream Job is a boot camp, Dream Job Boot Camp. It is an online course. It's a self-study course. It was an event. I mean, Laura, your mind will be blown if you come up on Wednesday. It's a free live webinar that I'm going to give. And Laura, Erica, can you please put in the link so that people don't miss that? I don't have time. I got 13 minutes. I don't have time to unpack this. And on that webinar, I'm going to have a slide deck. And it's lecture time, man. It's interactive education that's entertainment. That's what I'm trying to say. So you're gonna be entertained, but you're gonna learn a ton, and you will know more than 95% of the publishing industry experts. All right, fantastic. We got a ton of people who are members of the free 6-figure author 5-day challenge. Erica, can you please put the link in there as well? Thanks, Erica. Erica's awesome. So she's running the comments. I don't even really see them. All I'm seeing is these things. So Denise is part of it. Amber, so many times, so many people. Sandra says 2,000 views. Yeah, awesome. Michelle, yep, there you go. There's the link. How many? Okay, KaryOberbrunner.com/5-day challenge. It's absolutely free. You're going to get 5 days of a challenge that will help you walk toward the 6-figure author. It will also give you immediate access to a private Facebook group that we have where I'm in there every single day, multiple times a day, just through these 5 days. It's going to give you a ton of stuff. All right. Other questions. How do you, I'm guessing the word is take publicity into paid clients and also build a mailing list from my website? Absolutely. Bombadil's from the UK. She's one of my authors. She's fantastic. So here's the point. Bombadil, what you do, think about the 5-day challenge as an example. The 5-day challenge is a crazy experiment, but you can do it much lower, much less scale, Bombadil. But here's what you want to do. You do not want to put on your website, hey, if you guys want updates, join my email newsletter. Nobody's walking around in their life saying, I wish I had more updates in life, okay? Or nobody's walking around saying, you know what? My email inbox is just not full enough. Will someone please send me emails? See, that's the problem. A lot of times when people just start out as an author, they say, well, I'm just going to tell people that I have a newsletter or updates. That is not novelty anymore. Maybe 15 years ago, that would have been enough to get people on your quote list. Now what you want to go, Bombadil, is you want to think about your book and you want to go after pain points. For example, your secret name, let's say that I want to lead people into my 18 streams of income for your secret name. Well, the book is all about you not knowing who you are. It's all about getting sucked in or sidelined by all the names that the culture gives us in life, right? So here's the point, Bombadil. Take your end product and then say, what are some pain points that people feel related to this topic? And then what you do, Bombadil, is you create what's called a lead magnet. Do not overthink this, folks. This could be as simple as a video you take on your iPhone or your Android or whatever. This could be as simple as a PDF. But what you do, Bombadil, is it's all about the name. It's all about the title. So what you might want to call it about, here's a great one. I made this up right on the spot here. 10 ways to know if you are an imposter. Wow. Wow. The top 10 ways that you know if you are an imposter. Ouch. That is a pain point, but here's what it does. This talks about in the book the imposter syndrome and how a lot of us in life feel like we are pretending, we're wearing masks. If people really knew who we were, they wouldn't accept us. Maybe we feel like if people knew our secret, we'd be kicked out of certain places. In other words, we feel that we must function in life in a way that we wear a mask, and the byproduct is that we end up feeling like an imposter. Well, Bombadil, that is a great lead magnet. It's a top 10 PDF that people get in exchange for giving you their email. You don't make it a bribe. You don't say, if you give me your email address, I'll tell you this. No, no, no. You say something like, have you ever felt like you're an imposter? If so, you're not alone. And this is true, by the way. 70% of all adults, even successful adults, feel like they are pretending. If that's you, find out for sure by checking out the top 10 ways that you know if you're an imposter. Just enter your email below. It's private, and we'll send and tell us where to send it. You don't even tell me, like, if you give me your email, I'll give you this. All you do is you say, tell me where to send it. I have this helpful PDF. Tell me where to send it. And what people do then, Bombadil, you set this up with MailChimp or something like that. MailChimp is free. Don't overthink this, guys. MailChimp is free. And what this is called is it's an autoresponder. And the autoresponder says, thanks so much for requesting this top 10 PDF. Here you go. That's it. Now they are subscribed to your email list. Then what you want to do, Bombadil, is this is called a campaign. Folks, I teach this all step by step. I hold your hand all through my program called Author Academy Elite, but I'm just giving you an example. What you do then is the campaign part of the email is that you just send them a series of maybe 2 or 3 or 4 emails where now you're actually pulling content from your book. Now you don't have to do more work. You just go into your section where you wrote the imposter syndrome, and now you're talking more about it. And here's what you're doing, Bombadil. You're saying, I was an imposter too. Why? Because people now realize, if you did the challenge yesterday, you know what I'm talking about. This is called the Sherpa. Every book is written as a struggler, a Sherpa, or a sage. If you want that, you got to join the challenge. I give you all this stuff for free, right? But yesterday I talked all about the Sherpa, and that's what you're doing, Bombadil. You're saying, you know what? I struggled with this too. And it paralyzed me, and it held me back. And I found a process that helped me basically overcome the imposter syndrome. And I want to talk to you about it over the next couple days. And the next couple days you talk about it. And then what you do, Bombadil, is you invite them now into a free conference call, a free webinar. You invite them into a free training. This is not overthinking it, folks, okay? This could be on YouTube for free. You do not need, at this point, you don't even need a website. Seriously, you don't even need a website at this point. But anyway, Bombadil, you do a little bit more teaching. Then what you have is the offer. And I teach people how to do this all day long. I'm just giving you one of the 18 streams of income. I want this for you guys. Why? Because if you can do your passion full time instead of just, oh, you know, one day it would be cool to not be in my day job anymore. No, folks, I want you to be able to, I want to give you the process, the path. But Bombadil, here's what you do. Then after that free training, that free whip video, that free conference call where they actually engage with you, then you have an offer, and you basically invite them into the course that's built around your book. Don't overthink it, folks. You don't need your own website even at this point. You don't even need a shopping cart online. We show you exactly how to do this, and what you do, Bombadil, is you lead them into your course. And folks, you can set this up so that it's literally automated so that you go to sleep at night and this thing is running. This thing is running 24/7, And literally, you get up then in the morning and you see, wow, I got 5 subscribers this morning. You know what? And I got 3 that have watched the free video. And one of those bought my course for $4.97. Fantastic. And then you just repeat the process. And that's one of 18 streams of income that I teach on Wednesday's webinar. Was that helpful? Was that helpful, Bombadil? All the way from UK. Awesome. I hope it was. A ton of people are sharing this. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing this. So many. Georgette, Laura, all of you guys. What would be the first best place to create a social media presence prior to publishing a book? Look, email. Email is where it's at. Why? Because you can amass all, I don't know how many Facebook likes I have. I think it's something like 24,000. If Facebook decides today that they want to shut down, you don't own those. You don't own your Twitter followers. You don't own your Instagram followers. You do not own any of your social media assets. Okay? So here's what I'm saying. Michelle, if you seriously want to build your business around your book, it is about building your email list because you own those. And don't think for a second it's the number of emails you have. You can go out and buy email lists and it doesn't work for anything. Or you can do what I just taught Bombadil, where you give value. I call this the Jimmy Dean sausage strategy. Okay, you ready for it? The Jimmy Dean sausage strategy is that you give people a taste for free of who you are. Like Laura asked, your clear brand. And when people get a taste, just like at Costco or Sam's Club, you're not even hungry. You walk in there, you taste a little bit of Jimmy Dean sausage because the nice guy or the nice lady's giving it away for free. And guess what happens? There's a coupon that day, and it's 2 for 1, and suddenly you buy those Jimmy Dean sausage, and you go home, and now you are a loyal Jimmy Dean sausage person. Michelle, that's what it's about. Do I like social media? Sure. Do I have a ton of followers? A ton is all subjective, okay? Why? Because, folks, you can find a lot of fake people out there. What do I mean by that? I know tons of people who buy Facebook fans and Twitter followers. You know how you can tell the difference between the spammers, the fake people, and the real people? Go down and look at the engagement. If you see somebody that has 100,000 Twitter followers and nobody is liking their stuff, nobody's retweeting it, nobody's doing anything with it, guess what? They're fake and run. Because that means that if they're buying fake followers, guess what? You can't trust them because they are the imposter, okay? Look at my stuff. My stuff, I've never bought any of these fake metrics, all right, to play a good game. No, just go on any of my stuff and see engaged people, and there's a ton of engaged people, and I love them and I care about them, all right? Awesome. Folks, we have 1 minute left, so here's what I'm going to do. Gee, we had fun today. All right, there's a lot of people with more questions and a lot of people with good stuff. Here's the point. I do these shows just for the next 3 days. That's it. All right, we're in a 5-day challenge. It's not too late. If you want to join the 5-day challenge, that is the link, KaryOberbrunner.com/5-day challenge. When you join, immediately, you will get this free gift that I talked about. All you people who shared, check it out. Here's your free gift. If you can share that link, Erica, you are going to get a bunch of things. Number one, you're going to get added to a private Facebook group that is not going to last forever. This is not a group where, oh, now you're committed forever. We are going to be active for the next 7 days, and I'm going to give you so much crazy value, and your mind's going to blow up with what's possible for you right now. You're not on here by accident today. So number one, you're going to get access to a private Facebook group with people just like you who want to turn their books into 6-figure businesses. I'm in there. Check this out. Tonight, you're going to meet, only in the group tonight, you're going to meet one of my mystery authors. Last night, we had Melissa. She was fantastic. Melissa gave so much value. She's one of my 6-figure authors. And she, in 2013, 13, had a nice paying corporate job and was addicted to the job just like a lot of people. But she had a dream in 12th grade that she would be on stages speaking to people. This lovely African-American young lady who's crushing it right now. Why? Because she wrote a book and we showed her the system in the process, and now her book is being turned into 18 streams of income, and she's been doing her dream job now for 3 years. It's amazing. But anyway, you're going to meet another one today, another one tonight, and this is a mystery author. I'm only showing these videos inside the 5-day challenge. Why? Here's why. Because these authors are like, you know what? I don't like the title six-figure author. I don't brand myself as that, and I love it. I don't brand myself as that either, okay? But these authors are crushing it, and I said, look, I know you don't brand yourself as a six-figure author, but you're reaching people, and people's lives are being changed, and you know why? Because you're doing it full-time, because you're not like a lot of these other authors, where I started this way too for 8 years. I wrote a book. In fact, I wrote 3 books. Here's one of them. There's another one. And I don't know, one of them's around here too. I wrote 3 books. The first 3 books traditionally published, and I kept my day job because I didn't know how to do all the stuff that I'm teaching you now. The last 4 books, these ones right here, they all became 6-figure businesses because of the model that I created and now teach to my students. So here's the point. You'll get a free ebook, you'll get a free Facebook group, and best of all, you'll get all these live shows, which is super cool. But I'm telling you, Wednesday's live webinar, that is the treasure chest of all content, seriously, that I offer. It's my 15-year career broken down into a masterclass webinar where I'm going to just blow your mind and show you exactly what is really going on in the publishing world and how you can actually not get taken advantage of, but leverage this gold rush that we are now in right now. Folks, if you had parents alive in the 1800s and the gold rush of the United States, right, back in the California times, you probably would have climbed on your grandmother's, great-grandmother's lap and you would have said, Mom or Dad or Grandmother, Grandpa, where were you when the gold rush hit? Where were you? And if they said, you know what? I was scared. Or you know what? I didn't think it was real. I just went fishing. You would be like, what are you thinking? We are in a gold rush today. It is the digital gold rush. And someday, your grandkids or your niece or your nephew is going to come to you and say, wow, you were alive in 2017 or 2018 or 2019 or 2020. The gold rush was happening. What were you doing? And if you say, well, you know what? I was addicted to Netflix. I mean, I was just watching Netflix series all day long, right? Or you know what? I was just in my day job. I had my eyes to the ground, and I was working hard, and I was just scared, or I didn't know about it. This is your moment, folks. This is your moment to take your message and maximize it to the masses. All right. So my name's Kary Oberbrunner. Be a soul on fire today. If you like what you heard today, if you know someone who needs to see it, tag them. We are rocking and rolling. We started 5 days ago, I believe, with 0 people in this 5-day challenge. Over the last week, 100, 500, 700, 900. We are now going to reach 2,000 today, and we're still going crazy, and it's all free. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see those of you who are part of the 6-figure author 5-day challenge in the private group tonight where you're going to meet the next mystery author. Have a great day. Be a soul on fire. We'll see you.